That's over.
It's crazy how everything's changed now, man.
Yeah.
Like you don't have nothing coming anymore.
No. Well, if you got money, because
Yeah,
remember how we couldn't spend
phones.
hardly anything on canteen, but now you
Yeah,
can
it used to
two
be.
hundred something bucks.
Yeah, it used to be I think it was $90 or something, $80, and then it went to 180, and then
No, it's
somebody
two
said,
hundred
yeah, it's
something.
something now, yeah. But you know what kind of money you have to spend 200
I
bucks
know.
for?
And you
Because
know what that tells me? When you're spending that much money, you're trying to buy a friend because you
right,
don't need all that shit.
right.
You
Not
know?
only that, CDC takes 55% of your money for
I
your
know.
restitution.
That's ridiculous.
So if somebody sends you $500, you're only getting what? 245. You'd have to get $500 a month sent to spend full
That much.
canteen.
Yeah. Yeah. Your family better have money.
That's crazy, man.
And
Yeah,
my
you
dad, when
spend,
I was in Folsom, my dad didn't even know I was there. He asked my sister, "Hey, you heard from your brother?" She's like, "Yeah, he's in Folsom. When did he get there?" "Oh, 5 years ago."
yeah,
And then he got all drunk and came to see me on Father's Day. He wasn't even on the visiting list. They took his ass to jail for causing a scene. You know, yeah, it's my right to see my son. And whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, they took his ass to jail.
that's crazy. Did you have someone riding with you? Did you have a female riding with you,
uh,
or a couple of them? Or,
yeah,
yeah,
I am not. All that time you pick one up, they get
drop
tired.
one. You want to pick up a pen pal, drop it on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell, my ex-wife, she was a pen pal. Yeah.
that's how
She,
she started out.
yeah. This one of my buddies, uh, Mickey, hooked me up with this chick. His old lady at the time, they were roommates, right? And I wrote her a little intro. She wrote me back, and she kept running it like that. And then I told her to come see me, and she's all, "I don't want to see you locked up. I want to see you free," and all this. I found out because she wasn't of age yet.
Ah,
Yeah,
ah,
and
that wouldn't have looked good.
it don't matter. Fucking, I was young too.
Oh
I
yeah,
was in
yeah,
my 20s.
yeah, yeah.
And then she came and saw me. She turned 18, or I'm 19. I don't know what the fuck she was, but she came to see me during that fucking. It was a fucked up storm. I was in Jamestown,
Right,
and
that's long travel.
yeah, from San Bernardino,
Yeah, yeah. That's like
and
17 hours away.
yeah, she came up and she looked like a wet fucking dog because she was soaked. Hey, I came out creased up, look slick as fuck, not a drop on me.
Photo duck, get ready.
Yep. I got pictures of them somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep. Of that day. And then she came and saw me the next day, and then she asked me to marry her
Just like that, huh?
like that. And then I went to Chino, and Chino is a hard place to get married in
Yeah.
because they want bills with both your names on it. How are you going to do that when you've never been out with the person?
Right.
They were just making it difficult. So we didn't get married there, and we tried to. It was too much. We almost got kicked out of visiting for fucking around.
Right. But we used to be able to get away with that shit, bro.
Hey,
I mean,
we were doing so much shit. And then this black CO, she worked the yard. She came over to the table because she used to wear a skirt, and I'm all hitting it. And I made a little beanie out of a glove, you know,
yeah.
put it over my head, the head like a little beanie. And then boom, I just pull it off and fling it over my shoulder.
You're a fool, dog.
But then that cop came over and she's all, "I could terminate your visits. You guys are doing too much." And she looks
Like, I already got my nut. I don't
yeah,
care.
I don't care. She's all, "And you're doing way too much." I'm like, okay. Licking my fingers. I'm like, all right. She didn't terminate it all.
So you've been clean 3 years now, man. You've been really turning your shit around, man. You're riding bikes, you doing this and that. You know,
seeing shit. I've been out. I've been
yeah,
out.
traveling, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
traveling. That's awesome, man. You know what I mean? Like, did you ever think? Because the only thing I ever saw was on a CDC bus, bro.
See, I used to get out like I was in Wasco, I'd say. Because in '97 I got an indeterminate. So
For getting validated.
yeah, so that was a wrap.
Yeah.
So but when I got out, my old celly, uh his old lady, he's from Santa Clara, but moved to Fresno, right?
Right.
And he was working at a motel on the stroll. So all the top floor was hookers. And and he has this big old swastika right in the middle of his forehead. Big block one. Ridiculous. Because he's a good looking guy, you know? I'm like, and he's smart. And he's a hell of an artist. I'm like, but he fucking did that ridiculous shit, you know? And well, the old manager got busted for pimping and pandering at the motel. And the owner of the motel was some Oriental guy who lived in Texas. Yeah, that's way out. But he made my old Shelly the manager. So if you went to the window to get a room, you'll see this inked up dude with a swastika right in the middle of his forehead.
That's really good for business, I'm sure.
Yeah. So he gets sprung on this one hooker, right? Gets her to detox, you know. He's changing her sheets, wiping her ass, and all that. And, he gets busted. So now me and him are still here. So I take off as soon as I get out. I'm going all over the place. I go to Texas. I send a card back in to the ad seg saying Texas does have a whorehouse in it. And all kinds of shit. I go all over the place, and I get busted again. Or he sends me a letter. His old lady's in the hospital. She has a cyst somewhere, and she's in a lot of pain, and the doctor won't give her nothing. So I call the room, and her sister answers the phone. And I go, what's her doctor's name? She's all, you can't do nothing. You ain't family. I'm like, what's your doctor's name? So I get a hold of that doctor, and I flip a nutty on him. And I tell him, look, I don't have a job. So I have nothing better to do but to sit in my car and wait for you to come out. And I call back to the room like 45 minutes later. And she's all, I don't know what you did, but they came in and gave her a shot, and she's fine. So when I get busted, I go back to the ad seg, and I'm on the top tier, and I'm come walking around the shower, and my boy, my old Selly's still there. He's all, Cowboy, you're a fool, man. He heard all about it. I guess his old lady wrote him. And he's all, you're going to set that fool on fire.
You stayed with the business for a while after you got out, you know?
Yeah.
You just recently slowed down when you got married, basically.
Yeah.
You know, sobered up, you know, and, you know, you'd send me pictures on Instagram showing that you're here, you're there, you know what I mean? Like walking out barefooted with dogs on the river and all that cool stuff, you know? That's shit that you shouldn't be doing, bro, because realistically, we should both be doing life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, thank the gods we're where we are, you know?
Yeah. We got really lucky.
We're both having breakfast, doing a quick little interview, you know?
Yeah.
So, guys, basically, we're just chopping the shit up, you know?
Rehashing, going down memory lane.
Right? So, because, I don't know, I stayed with the business for a quick minute because I didn't know anything better when I got out. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know how to make money. I didn't know how to do anything. So, except for retarded stuff. And
man, you used to have a gang of money.
yeah.
Remember that money bag you had?
Yeah.
It was like that. Like that.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
to come hey, me and Lala came and picked you up because you were acting a fool somewhere. And then you went and bought a whole bunch of DVDs and shit. And then we went to lunch. Then you got on that motorized skateboard thing. And
I kept in my car.
yeah. And started going down the hallways. Oh man, you made me laugh so hard.
That was the drug game, though, you know. And looking back on it, bro, I don't know. Like I said, there were some good times, but they were the most foolish, reckless times I've ever had done in my life, you know. And that's why I try and give back today, man. Just all the stupid shit we've done. You know, uh, as you know, I rent a bed for people when they want to get clean out here. And I pick them up off the streets, and they're basically you and I, just in another body. You know what I mean?
That's like when we got you before you went to rehab.
Yeah,
Me,
it was a
me, and,
wreck.
me and Crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah, brought you in that trailer.
I love that little trailer, bro.
Yeah, we got you fat faced and ready to go to rehab.
Yeah, yeah. Thank God for that, man.
Yeah,
You know, recovery's been good to me. You
yeah.
know, um, excuse me, my eating.
I don't care.
So have you seen any of the new institutions?
I saw. I opened up High Desert.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
No, yeah, that was a nutty prison, bro. Yeah, I've been there. You know what I mean?
And when I
Yeah.
got there, they only had 2 yards open. They weren't even full, but they had full staff. The canteen hardly had anything in it. And when I walked into my cell, it was a trip because it was cold as hell, right? And there was at least say 25 guys, different races on the yard because it was mandatory, you know, because nothing's established yet, you know.
Nobody had their spots.
Nobody had their benches,
Everybody.
nothing.
Plus,
Yeah,
there was metal all over that yard, bro. There was from the building. You know what I mean? There was
yeah,
fucking a wrought iron. There was fencing. There was everything, metal
everything.
all over.
It was so it got so bloody there. It was ridiculous, man.
Staff didn't even want to work at that prison, bro. They were, you know, people were starting to quit at stress hazards because of High Desert.
Hey, I got there, and my cellie I was in YA with, he looked the same, just grayer. And
Right?
yeah, it was a trip. And I leaned against the wall, and the wall was so new, the chalk went on my shirt from the concrete. I was there about a. I went to 3 meals, and then the cops came and got me, and said my name through the door, and I go yeah, and they go get dressed. So I thought I was going to like a committee or something like that, you know, orientation, something. I went to AdSec. They said I was a threat to the staff, institution, and others.
So, I mean, your 128G reads who you ran with and whatever, you
Right.
know, and that's fucking what screws us every time. You know what I mean? It gets us snatched off the line. It even follows us to the county jail now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it does.
So, uh, yeah, it's
And there was no AdSeg. Hey, there was no whole yard yet. I could look out my window, you know, through the fog
so you were just CDQ'd.
the whole time. They had a deep seg, which was just a hallway with more cells, you know,
Right.
and they put us in that for our yard time to walk back and forth. That's another reason I'm getting that SSI.
No, you're getting that SSI because you nutty fool.
Yeah. Well, that's why, because they did this to me.
Right. We did it to ourselves, my boy. We did it to
Well,
ourselves.
sure. Oh, well, they put situations in
Right. Yes, they did. They put us in
that we didn't need to be in, like all the shit that was happening in Corcoran. Like, I know you've seen the movie Felon.
No, yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't watch that shit, bro. But fucking
Okay.
yeah, I
Well,
was there for the fighting.
all that stuff, that was all
No, it's
legit.
true shit. No, yeah, I was there when the FBI came in and cuffed
Yeah.
Rodriguez up, bro.
Yeah.
The whole tier was going crazy, clapping their hands.
Hey, I went in there.
I was in
I
4A.
had long hair. I had long hair. Went to the yard. two other guys, a different race, came out and mollywopped the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And then the blocks came off because you know that, and you have to go. You're
Yeah,
on
you
roll
have
call,
to
so
go.
you have to go, or else you're not going to be on roll call no more.
Right.
You know, and
So they
so
don't
I
know.
shaved my head off. I shaved my because one snapped me and flipped me like a rag doll with my hair, and after that,
That shit's come off, huh?
it's coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I seen right there, man. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, they were trying to integrate the yards, bro.
Yeah.
Send all races to the same yard, man. It was fucked up, you know.
Yep.
And you can't have that going on there. It's just not going to be tolerated.
Hey, before that, we were doing each other.
Yeah, always.
The garden was getting full. All the weeds were coming out, man,
Yeah.
and it was a mess.
So they're doing a similar thing now, trying to bring back the PHU. Well, remember back then it was just called the SHU, which stands for Security Housing Unit,
Right.
and then they had the PHU, which was Protective Housing Unit. Now it's S&Y, Special Needs Yard. You know what I mean? And then right, and then the SHU. But those S and Ys are active, man. Those two fibers.
Hey, just because they're S and Y, don't make them killers. Not killers.
Right.
A lot of those guys are killers.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. They think, oh, he's an S and Y. He's a man. A lot of them fools. I know a few of them. You know what I mean? They killed too many cellies, whatever. I could think of one right now that I talked to. He's on an S&Y yard, and I still talk to him. But he's like, I got tired of just having, kill every time they tell me to kill. You know what I mean?
Because misery loves company. That's why they're all go for a home run, brother. When you got like 16 months to the house and shit, misery loves company. That's all it is.
That's what I mean. When I say that if they like you, they'll try and keep you, man. They'll find a way to keep you,
Yeah.
I remember Whitey, I won't say from what area, but because there's a million of them.
Yeah.
But they found a binky, a syringe in a closet that he had access to, and he got fucking 10 years for that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
10 years, and we go in there as kids, we want to be somebody's, you know what I mean? We want to run with the cool car, so we join this or we join that, and then all of a sudden there's all these rules that we didn't know about.
Or that car just blows up.
All right, that car
thousands.
Yeah.
And then when that cracks off, then everybody starts dividing. It's like the big homies. They were once something else.
Right.
And then somebody got mad and they split up. And then the other group came in.
And the other group came in. Yeah.
And that happened too. You know?
You're talking about FT something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's what I'm trying to explain to these kids, man. When they go in there, they want to be somebody, bro. They want to be recognized and earn that handle, and they're going to. If you want to earn it, they're going to fucking show you a way to earn it. You know what I mean?
Keep earning it.
And keep earning it. You got to keep that handle once you get it right. So you be raising your hand for all kinds of shit. You and I both have seen little, 16 months turned into life sentences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Easy.
So we'll save some of that for Patreon. I know you got some good ones there too.